what Granny forgot made me rich. When I was 14, I spent the summer with my grandparents. We called them Bpop and Grannied. I hadn't seen them in years. Bpop was an outgoing businessman who was always closing. Granny was an energetic extrovert. Also, one day, Bpop and I were in the living room when Granny came in. "Would you like me to make you a sandwich?" she asked. "No, thanks," I replied. Without a word, she turned and went back into the kitchen, only to return a minute later asking the same question again. I said no. 5 more times, she stepped into the kitchen and returned 30 seconds later with the same question. I was slightly amused and confused. But Bpop's face wrinkled with concern. 10 minutes later, Granny came from the kitchen with a tray of 8 grilled cheese sandwiches stacked in a 3-layer pyramid. She told me, "Here's the food you wanted." I said, "No thanks, Granny." She glanced down at the tray of sandwiches. A glimmer of recognition crossed her face and then a flash of anger. She began sobbing violently. Bpop ran to her, tearfully consoling her, saying, it's okay." After a while, she calmed down. I didn't know it, but she was in the grip of early onset Alzheimer's. She had realized in that brief moment that she was losing control of her mind. My grandfather took care of her until he died suddenly a few years later. Why am I sharing this story? It reminds me of the kind of man I want to be in life and in business. Both of them were pretty strong personalities. Definitely not doormats, from what I know of them coming up during the era of Jim Crow. They were also principled people, loyal and kind. Operating from principles like these profited them. In business, principles set you apart from competitors. For example, how do you view sales? Is it slick tactics and manipulation? Or is it mutual exchange based on things like trust, honesty, candor, and loyalty? My grandparents were very close after 60+ years of marriage at the time, and their relationship was profitable. Granny didn't know she'd suffer from Alzheimer's. But her relationship with her husband gained her a measure of protection and security when she was at her most vulnerable. She couldn't have paid anyone to take better care of her. They profited from each other. Sales is just another human interaction built on relationships. And these relationships can be strong or weak. Build stronger ones. You'll profit more and have greater security with a lot less stress.